Hi everyone, how's it going? It's been about 3.5 weeks since my last video. Not a crazy amount of progress because, as I said previously, we did go on holiday, so it took quite a bit of my stitching time. I didn't stitch while we were on vacation. I took a project thinking maybe I would, but lots was going on, lots of traveling, and unfortunately I didn't end up working on it. However, when we got back that week, I just kind of wanted to get back into my routine, so I just spent my time stitching, and if I wasn't stitching, I was out in the garden, and if I wasn't doing that, I was studying. So this studying and being out in the garden sort of took some of my time, and it's been so nice out that I wanted to take advantage of that. So that being said, I did get a finish, which is fantastic. So now I have 3 projects on the go, the same 3 that I showed you last time, and I did get some haul in, so I'm thinking of maybe doing one of those as well. I'm not quite sure yet. So I'm gonna just get right into this video and show you my finish. So I showed you last video that I was working on the Country Cottage Needleworks March Cottage, and I got it finished. So here it is. So I'm recording on my webcam on my laptop, so everything's kind of flipped and reversed. So until I get a tripod for my camera, things might be a little bit backwards, but this is it. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I'm glad it's finished. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to be doing with these, how I'm going to be finishing them. So in the meantime, I've finished 3 now, so they're in a little pile ready to go when I figure out what I'm doing. So that was my finish in the past 3 weeks, so that was pretty good. I'm quite impressed because I didn't think I would get it done, but I just trucked along on it and it's done, and I can cross that off my list. So that's good. I've got a slot now to do something else, which is always fun and exciting. So in my previous video, I had mentioned I was doing Cat Lessons for People by Lizzie Kate, and I had mentioned that the fabric that I was working on just was too stiff. It wasn't something that I enjoyed working on. I'd get maybe 10 stitches in, not even that, to be honest, and I just wanted to work on something else. So in the comments, Karincrafts, she has a YouTube as well, which is all about cross-stitching, and she had commented and said maybe if I try a different fabric, I would enjoy working on it. So thanks to you, Karen, I went while I was on holiday and I purchased some new fabric, and as soon as I got home, I instantly, once I had finished my March Cottage, I decided that's what I was going to work on, and I'm so glad I took your advice because I'm just loving it. So I didn't get too much done after I had restarted, so I just sort of did what I could, and this is what I have. So this is how much I got done, and I am absolutely loving it. Please excuse my dreadful nails. I've been gardening, so my nails are all chipped, but that being said, sorry, my kids are hanging out with me at the kitchen table, so they're a bit loud right now. So this is what I have so far, and this is stitched on 32 count, and it's an even weave. And I'm loving it. It's so soft. It's easy to work with. So I'm excited to work on this, and hopefully on my next video, this will be a finish. And my needle minder is from Cassie's Needle Minders. So progress-wise, that's all I've done. It hasn't been too much. Going on holiday really kind of took a huge chunk of my stitching time, threw off my routine. So getting back home has now been kind of get back into routine, catch up on chores, get the garden started. So now that that's done, I'm hoping that I can concentrate on stitching and then schoolwork. So that being said, while I was on holiday, I had picked up the fabric for the Cat Lessons for People, and while I was there, I picked up another piece of fabric because I'm getting ready to kit up the Rain Queen by Nora Corbett, and I decided I wanted to do her on a really pretty lilac-y pink kind of fabric. So that's what I picked up, and I was so happy that I found a piece that I was really wanting to work on. So this, I don't know if the color payoff is showing up, but it's a really beautiful lilac color. And this is 32 count even weave as well. And in person, the payoff is gorgeous. It's just beautiful. And I think she'll look really great stitched up on this with all the beading as well. So I'm super excited. I am hoping to maybe start on her within the next couple of months, and it just depends what else I get finished. I'm hoping if I can get my Cat Lessons for People and my Autumn Sampler by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery finished, then I can definitely have time to work on this as well as my Stargazer. So let's get into the rest of the haul. So progress-wise, that's all I've done. It hasn't been too much. Going on holiday really kind of took a huge chunk of my stitching time, threw off my routine. So getting back home has now been kind of get back into routine, catch up on chores, get the garden started. So now that that's done, I'm hoping that I can concentrate on stitching and then schoolwork. So that being said, while I was on holiday, I had picked up the fabric for the Cat Lessons for People, and while I was there, I picked up another piece of fabric because I'm getting ready to kit up the Rain Queen by Nora Corbett, and I decided I wanted to do her on a really pretty lilac-y pink kind of fabric. So that's what I picked up, and I was so happy that I found a piece that I was really wanting to work on. So this, I don't know if the color payoff is showing up, but it's a really beautiful lilac color. And this is 32 count even weave as well. And in person, the payoff is gorgeous. It's just beautiful. And I think she'll look really great stitched up on this with all the beading as well. So I'm super excited. I am hoping to maybe start on her within the next couple of months, and it just depends what else I get finished. I'm hoping if I can get my Cat Lessons for People and my Autumn Sampler by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery finished, then I can definitely have time to work on this as well as my Stargazer. So let's get into the rest of the haul. So I'm part of a Facebook group called Stash and Load. I'm sure you've all heard of it. And to be honest, I don't always see a lot of things that I personally would enjoy stitching, but I have come across a couple. So I decided to snatch those up while I could. Not all of my things that I've ordered have arrived yet, so when they do, probably by the time I do my next video, I'll show those, but this is what I have received so far. So the first thing is Lizzie Kate's Good Things, and it just says, good things come to those who stitch, and I thought that was really cute. I'm not going to do the colors as charted. I am just going to kind of use what I have in my stash. I really like pinks, purples, so I might do that. We'll see how it goes, or I might change it completely. I don't know. I'm just going to see what I have when the time comes to work on this. I was tempted to kind of throw that in and work on it right now, but I think I want to use the excess fabric from my Cat Lessons for People and use that. So when I'm done that, then I'll go ahead and stitch this, and I think this will be a really quick stitch, so I'm really looking forward to that. The next thing that I got was this Little House Needleworks Daisy Lane Cottage, and it just says Home Sweet Home. And I think sorry about the glare, I should have taken it out of the little baggie, but it's super cute, and I think it would look great in our entryway. As you open the front door near the closet, there's a perfect little wall there that's just sitting bare, and I think it would look so cute walking into the house. And the last thing that I got off Stash Unload, I had noticed it on a couple of people's videos. So TaraC and Ashley, I think it's AshleighEM or AshleighEM on YouTube, not sure how to pronounce the end part, sorry. They had done this, and it was absolutely beautiful when it was all stitched up. And there are a few babies that were born in the family, so I thought it would be perfect. So I found this, and it's the Jess Nan Baby Garden sampler, and it's just beautiful. And normally this wouldn't be something I would be interested in, but after seeing it stitched up, I really, really loved it. So I had to get my hands on that. So that's it pattern-wise. I do have a few more coming in the mail, so hopefully next time I do a video, I can share that with you guys. So the last thing I want to show you, I wanted something for my Mirabilia to store her in. My mom spilt tea on the fabric, and we tried to get it off, and it just wouldn't quite come clean. So luckily enough, most of the stitches covered that, but I've kind of been hiding her and storing her up high when I was done. And I wanted something that I could put her in and feel safe knowing that she's not going to get dirty, no one's going to walk by and spill tea. So I decided I needed a little bag or a little pouch to put her in. I definitely needed a Q-snap cover, and so I went and ordered. I ordered from Karincrafts. She does have an Instagram. She does have a website. I ordered just through Instagram, and that all got here, and I'm loving it. So I'm going to show you that. So here it is. So I got the Q-snap, the matching bag, I believe, I want to say 11 by 17. And I got a Notion pouch as well. And I picked the fabric. It is tea. I collect teacups, so I thought that was quite fitting. And I am just in love with this. It says tea time, spearmint, mint, oolong, just little things like that. And really great quality. I'm very impressed. So this is quite big, so I can fit my needle minders, my needles all can go in here, and there's still lots of room. This is the Q-snap cover, so that's great. And then this is lined, and it's very thick, and I can store my pattern bag with all my floss and beads. I have my Q-snap in here, and I can close it and still have room if I wanted to put my Notion pouch in, or if I wanted to put anything else in there. And it's nice and thick, it's not heavy, and I think it is so pretty. Shipping was super fast. I think I received it in about, I would say just under 2 weeks, which is pretty good. I'm in Canada, so usually things take a little while to get here. Our post isn't exactly super fast. So really impressed with that. I haven't worked on Stargazer at all this past 3 weeks, but now, as I said, I have lots of time. I'm definitely going to pick her up at some point and try and work on her. So that's all I have to talk about and show you. As I said, it's not a lot. Being on holiday really kind of threw my routine out of whack. So I'm glad to be back and things back to normal. So I'm hoping next time I make a video, there will be a lot more to show you and talk about. That being said, I just want to thank everyone that commented on my videos, subscribed, tuned in and watched. It was fantastic. I didn't expect that, and it's so nice to have a community where we can talk about cross-stitching and all the things that we love to do and share our work with each other. I also want to say I am a very awkward person, so sometimes my videos, or when I'm mumbling, it might not sound very good, and you're probably like, what is she doing? What is she talking about? I'm so sorry. Even being alone and talking at a computer is quite not scary, but you know, kind of so like awkward a little bit, I guess. So I'm getting better. I'm working on it. So hopefully it's okay for you guys. Sorry, the camera quality isn't the greatest. I'm just working on getting a better setup with my actual camera, and so in the meantime I'm just using my laptop. So hopefully in the upcoming weeks we can get that all figured out. But that's what I wanted to share with you, and I'm so excited, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. So have a good night.